A few days ago, I closed a $4,000 paid in full deal. He had a bunch of objections, and so I figured this would be a pretty good chance to show you guys how I handle these objections. This is pretty much applicable to any offer you guys are on, whether it's your own offer, whether it's somebody else's offer, or if you just want to get into remote sales and see how it actually works. I figured this is a pretty good video for you guys to watch. So if you want to see how I actually handle objections and close a $4,000 deal paid in full, watch this video all the way through. It's going to be very, very helpful to y'all. As an online sales rep, you only get 10% commission. So I only made $400 from this deal, but it's a $4,000 deal paid in full. So if you do this anywhere from 3 to 8 times every single day like I do, you can make a decent amount of money. So if you guys want to see this full time, if you guys do want to get into remote sales, check the link below, but let's just get right into the call. Yeah, so your Eastern time, perfect. So this is going to be a pretty quick call. I know you talked to my buddy Yusuf before this, I think, correct?
Yep.
I start my calls very simple. What motivated you to hop on? What, encouraged you to opt into this? Because obviously they're on this call for a reason. So you just want to see the motivation on why they actually opted in. Also, by no means am I a sales professional at all. I've only been doing this for about 6 to 8 months. It's just not that hard because you're dealing with warm leads. People already want the product. So if you know how to handle a few small objections, you just collect commission all day long. But yeah, but what motivated you to hop on, man?
So I saw this post on TikTok, and it sounded interesting. I wanted to learn more about it and see if it was a good fit for me.
Awesome, man. So, I mean, what are you looking for specifically?
Maybe just some I want to learn more about this, like marketing but also obviously I kind of want it as a side hustle, make extra money on the side, from a remote and not in person.
Gotcha. So you like the idea of kind of working from a laptop?
Yeah.
Awesome. So what do you do right now for work?
For work.
Yeah, for work. Are you in school? Do you work? What do you do right now?
Yeah, I'm a student right now. I go to over the summer I have a full-time job working at a gas company. And then right now I'm just pumping gas on the weekends.
Gotcha. And do you like doing that?
Yeah, I mean it pays enough, and it's it's a good job, but I mean I would like to have something else as well.
Just have something else. Why do you kind of want to look for something else? Essentially what I'm doing is I'm getting some information about what he does right now. Obviously he doesn't like it because he's on this call and wants to change something. So I'm trying to create a gap. I'm trying to find out what he does right now, why he doesn't like it. I'm trying to find out where he wants to go. And then obviously whatever we offer is going to be the bridge between that gap.
Well, I'm a student and I don't work during the week, so I feel like I have a good amount of free time.
You
Put
do.
the good use. I would like to see where if I would be able to make enough money to just side money or just see where it goes. I probably right now I'm probably making a little over 1,000 a month, but I don't really spend that much on anything, so just car payments and stuff. So I'm not really tight or anything. But just having extra money is always good.
100%. What's kind of the goal income you're trying to reach? Like what's a goal number you want to hit?
Well, I was speaking to his name is Yusuf on the phone. He's saying that some people from this could make around 3K a month, passive income. Something like that would be nice. I would even be happy making an extra 1,000 a month.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's it? 1 to 3,000?
I mean, yeah, I don't want to shoot too high.
So you can tell at this point, just by the way he's talking, the way he's, a little bit nervous, that he's probably going to have a fear objection at the end of the day. So that's something that I'm already preparing in my head to handle, because I feel like when I pitch, he's going to be unsure that he can even do it himself. He's going to be a little bit on edge. So that's something I'm already thinking about, and I'm kind of, moving my questions to handle that objection, if that makes sense. I mean, are you kind of doing anything to kind of up your financial situation, or is this the first thing you've hopped into?
Or you mean remote, online like this?
Yeah, have you tried any other side hustles, or is this the first thing you've kind of really, deep dove into?
I tried to do drop shipping. It didn't really work out too well. I don't think I really knew much about it. It didn't really work out that good. But
It didn't really work. Why not?
well, I made a I made a drop shipping like store. But I don't know. I just didn't really know where to go from like I had like my first product, but I didn't really know how to like really sell it or um like get like traffic to my store.
Why not? I mean, did you not have a mentor or anything like that?
No,
Okay, so you just kind of tried it on your own.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, do you think that that's the reason kind of why it didn't work out?
I mean, I feel like if I had someone helping me, I would have been able to probably like, know more on like what to do. But
Mhm.
that's probably is why it didn't work out. I didn't really know much about it, and I tried YouTubing some stuff, but you can't learn everything. The whole point of sales is just to ask questions and then shut up because you have to make them realize that they need this product. So when I ask him, I mean, do you feel like you didn't get to where you wanted to go because you didn't have a mentor? I just shut up. I just let him talk. I just let him kind of make himself realize that, yeah, that probably is the reason why I didn't get to where I wanted to be. So in the future, when he does sign up for something, he's going to want a mentor.
Awesome, man. Well, that sounds great. Realistically, you've probably seen stuff like this for a long time. So what made you want to hop in on this call right now? Why not, last month? Why not next month? Why right now did you kind of want to make a change?
Well, to be honest, I feel like a lot of them I see online are scams.
So he's looked into mentorships in the past, but he's been scared because he feels like he's going to get scammed. So you have to handle that immediately. You're going to see I handle this here. He's going to understand why this creator is different than the other ones. And so that's not going to come up later when I do pitch.
I felt like this one kind of looked good. It didn't look like a scam to me. Wanted to, like learn more about it.
What was the
It was,
difference between this and other things that you saw as scams?
um, well, one, I just feel like the presentation of like what like I feel like he was being like real, like relating to how he was like in a classroom like not too long ago.
Mhm.
And I also saw like some like some of his like students that he that paid for the mentorship that started doing good like for themselves that were like all around like 20 years old. So
Yeah. So, I mean, realistically, with what you do right now, I mean, you're probably busy, you work, you have school. So you think you definitely can put time into this to learn the skill set?
well, how much time do you think is like a good amount of time to put into something like this?
If you want to do this full time, if you want to make 4 to 5K a month in the next couple months, you're going to have to put in time, right?
Yeah. So I was kind of just I really wanted to go on this call because I wanted to like I want to know like if I did do this mentorship, what like I would expect, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. So I'll get into all that in a sec. I just want to make sure that you, first of all, have enough time. Second of all, you actually want to do this because. So he was trying to get me to pitch there. He was just saying, like, what does the mentorship include? But I was not done handling his objections. So I kind of have to continue doing that so that when I do pitch, none of that comes up. If you get into this program, we give you, all this one-to-one help. We give you all the trainings. We give you everything you need to be successful, and you don't put enough time into it. It's going to be kind of a waste of our time and your time, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So, we just want to make sure that you're motivated. You really want to do this. And, if all the boxes are checked and everything works out, you'd be down to drop everything and go all in with us. So, I mean, do you think that's a possibility for you to do?
Yeah, 100%. I definitely have
Really?
the yeah, I definitely have the time to like 2 hours a day.
You do? 100%?
Yep.
Awesome. And that sounds good. So, let's just say hypothetically you do get into this. Okay. You learn the skill sets the right way. You go through the training, trains you on how to do everything the right way. You get a client, you start performing. How would that change your situation? Would anything kind of drastically change, or how would you feel about that?
Well, that would be like really good for me. Because like consistently, I don't really make that much a month, so it would definitely help me out a lot with like a lot of stuff that's going on. But
What kind of
yeah,
stuff, if you don't mind me
like
asking? I don't care. I dig into any of his problems. So if he says, I have some stuff going on, I just say, hey man, if you don't mind me asking, like, what's going on? And then he'll pretty much break into it, which is just more of a pain point for you to create that gap.
well, like right now I have a twin brother and we share a car, so I'm trying to like put money aside to buy like my own car. So that's one thing. And like student loans, all that stuff, like every like things that most people have to pay for.
So Sean, it sounds like you have a little bit of financial stuff going on. So why did you tell me you want to make 1 to 3K extra a month?
Yeah, I just I mean I'm got like if I did um start the membership like I definitely like would have high expectations, but yeah, I don't know because I don't know much about it, so I don't know how
Mhm.
like easy it is to find clients. All
Definitely.
that.
I'll get into all that in a sec, but let me ask you this. Let's back up a sec. If you had all your needs covered, if you had everything covered, how much per month would you need to make for you to be completely covered? Where you're like, okay, I'm feeling good, I'm saving money every month, I have everything covered, I can get my own car payments, all that stuff. How much per month would you need to make?
So this is a problem on my end. I should have asked this question at the beginning of the call, but I just felt like it was a good time to bring it up now just because he kind of opened up about more of his problems. So I just figured it was a good time to kind of create that goal of how much he actually wants to make, not 1 to 3K a month extra, but how much he really does want to make.
I'd say um like what would be really good for me is like 5,000 from like I would say actually like 4,000 to 10,000, like that range.
So even $4,000 a month can be that life changing for you?
But yeah, because I'm not really used to like consistently making that much every month.
Got you. Yeah. I mean, if you don't know how to do it and you've never done it before, then it probably seems impossible, right? So it's 100% doable. It's just a skill that you have to learn, right? It's a skill you have to put time into. You have to learn the right way. But you already told me that you have the time for it, so that's definitely good to hear. Awesome. I mean, realistically, what would you do with that 4 to 5K a month, bro? Would you get a car? What would you do?
Well, yeah, I would definitely put it towards the car, and then everything else I would probably try to save up to pay off my like student loans that I'll have when I graduate. Um, because I'm gonna probably be close to like 100K in debt, probably.
100K in debt.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to have more than 5 to 10K a month.
Yeah. And so let me ask you this. If you didn't go through with this, how would you pay off your student loans in the future? Like, what was your plan?
Some of these kids just need that push. A lot of these kids just go through college, they just go through life not actually thinking about like the consequences of what they do. So I really like to put the blame on them. I put the responsibility on them. So I ask them, I mean, right now, if you graduated college, you have 100K a day. What are you going to do tomorrow? What are you going to do? And so basically, I just make them understand that their situation is not going to run away from them. They have to actually face it and they have to make some sort of change or else they're going to be in a really bad position.
Um, you know, like possibly just get like a 9 to 5 after college. Well, right now I'm like a criminal justice major, so I was gonna look into like law enforcement. Uh, I just I have a little bit of time to pay off the loan, like a few years, so I would try to like grind and pay it off.
Okay, when you say grind, pay it off, what does that exactly mean? Like,
Just
what is your plan? Right now, if you graduated college, you're 100K in debt, what are you doing?
um getting definitely a full-time job. Just
Where
grind,
at?
like possibly law enforcement or whatever I can get, like police or anything I can get full-time job. And I mean, I would try to do anything on the side that I could to try to make money.
Gotcha. Okay. And so you feel like, is that the quickest way to pay off your student debt and be able to get to, the life you want, you think?
Well, what are you talking about? Like working a 9 to 5?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not really. I mean, I feel like I would be able to make a living where I could live off of it, but it's probably not something that I would like want long term.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, to pay off 100K in debt, you're gonna need to make a lot of money, right?
Yeah,
I mean, even starting now, because I mean, how old are you?
20
So you're 20 years old. But you have 2 years left.
of college.
Yeah.
I have one more.
So you have one more year. So you're kind of at the point where it's like you kind of want to figure out some sort of business model before you have to get that 9 to 5 full time.
Yeah, pretty much. Or if
Gotcha.
or if I'm doing something that I'm successful with, like maybe you won't even go to that 9 to 5. So
All the whole point of doing this is making him realize that if he doesn't change something, if he doesn't start a business, if he doesn't learn a skill, there's no way his life is going to look like the goal life that he described to me. So he basically has to make some sort of change. He has to do something or else he's going to be stuck in a shithole pretty much.
We'll start with this, so we're all on the same page fully.
so from my understanding, I believe that is creating or paying for ads, right? For so you reach out to brands and you basically like propose service to them, like to promote their business. Whereas like paying or creating brands and you kind of promote their business.
Similar. So essentially what we do is
All right, so I had to obviously cut out the pitch. I don't want to expose the offer that I'm on, but here we go with the price drop.
the full price of the entire program is $4K total, lifetime access. So any questions about that? So what do you think, man? I mean, this is something you really feel like you can do and want to get started with?
Yeah, like this is something that I definitely do want to get started with. I guess I just had some hesitation in the beginning because, like, obviously, like, it's a lot of money. So I just want to make sure, like, well, I know I could put in the work. I just want to make sure that I would be able to make it back eventually. You know, would it be possible to um get back to you, or would I have to like sign up like in this moment?
Here we go.
I think this conversation went well. Definitely learned more about it. I think I am interested in starting this. I just want to maybe like run it through my head one more time before I decide. But
100%. Do you think do you mind me asking, bro, before you go, kind of think it over in your head, do you feel like this, what we went over is the vehicle to get you to that first 4 to 5K month?
yeah, definitely. Like you're saying that like you guys could like help and stuff, and I believe that like I would be able to make something out of this with the like right resources, which like you're saying that you guys provide. So I'm willing to, I have the time to put in the work. Um, I think it sounds good from like what you're telling me. Um, yeah.
Awesome. So, I mean, it sounds like you're a great fit. So when you do go think about it, what comes up specifically? I mean, pretty much all the boxes are checked. You have time for it. You feel like this can definitely help you make the time. So, I mean, what comes up specifically?
I mean, it's just a fear of not making the money back because
Yeah.
like obviously like losing that much money right now is kind of like I don't know, it's just kind of yeah, make me nauseous a little bit, but like
I mean, you'd be psycho if you weren't, right? I mean, obviously that's a lot of money considering it clearly. This is a big jump. I mean, have you ever done anything like this before?
no,
That makes sense. Because I mean, if you've never done something like this before, you can never have like a gauge of like, oh, I'll make that money back, right?
yeah,
It's kind of like that drop shipping thing, right? You said that you didn't have a mentor, so it didn't really work out.
yeah,
So yeah, I mean, so if you did have the resources and everything like that, you think you could make it work?
100%, yeah. I think it sounds good.
You think it sounds good?
So if I started right now, what's the next steps?
He'll walk you through what you need to do, and then you're gonna get started.
Yeah, so just say if I did want to think about it, and I just say I did want to think about it. When's the next time I could contact you guys?
Here we go again.
Uh,
And you said you've never done something like this before?
no, so that's why it's like kind of hesitant because I don't really know what I'm getting myself into here.
100%. Yeah. I mean, can I ask you why you haven't done something like this before?
Well, I guess I never really like knew much about it.
You didn't really know too much about it, and you never like hopped on a call like this?
No,
Yeah.
it's like the
I mean,
first
that
time.
could.
It's the first time doing something like this. Um, I just don't really know what to expect because, like, I feel like nothing's really as easy as it sounds.
You hopped on this call and you said, hey, like, I think this sounds great, but realistically, I only have like an hour to put in a week. I'm saying we can't do this, because we need everybody in the group to be successful. So it brings everyone up. So that's why it's like, if you do want to do this, it's very selective, it's very small, but if you have the time and feel like you can do it, it's a no-brainer.
This is one of my favorite parts of the call because we're just silent for like 30 seconds. Like I just didn't want to say anything else. I just wanted him to think about it because he already said, yes, he knows it's going to work. He knows that he can do it. He's just scared because he's never done mentorship before. So I just wanted him to sit and think about that. Whoever wins in sales is who can sit there the longest.
Just say screw it.
I mean, it's up to you, man. I mean, if you think that you can do it, if you really, really, truly think that you can do it and you feel like this is going to change your situation and, get you away from those 1K months, I mean, this is going to be that decision you have to make,
Yeah.
So at this point, once he says that he feels like he can do it, everything makes sense. I literally just sit in silence so he can think about what he just said. And then usually after that happens, they understand that they can do it and then they just buy.
Yeah, it just feels like a kind of like a risk, but I think it'll be good though. Like
Yeah.
I think it's something that would be good for me, like to make money.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to make a risk like this eventually. You know what I mean? Whether it's, when you're 30 or when you're 20. So realistically, you're in a position where it's like you have 1 year left of college. You have time to do it. So, I mean, if you want to do, let's get you onboarded, bro.
All right, I'll just say screw it. I'll try it.
All right.
So that guy ended up closing for $4,000 total. That's a 10% commission. So I made $400 from that. I do that anywhere from 3 to 8 times every single day. It's really not that hard. These leads are all super, super warm. So if you guys do think you'd be a good fit at this and you feel like you could do this full time, apply below to our Discord. In the Discord, we have trainings, mock calls, scripts, pretty much everything you need to get started as a remote sales rep for these influencers. We have a few job opportunities as well if you guys are a really good fit for it. So apply below if you think you'd be good at this and we'll reach out to you.